Hello, and welcome to NYU Stern's Expressive Essays. Today we have with us a very special guest, new applicant, Christian Daly. Christian, welcome.
Thanks so much for having me.
Pleasure. Christian, tell us. You are an actor, a producer, a writer, and a surfer. Now tell us, what was it like growing up in Southern California?
Yeah, well, I'm from San Diego, California. I grew up 2 blocks away from the beach. My mom was a ballet dancer when I was a kid, and my dad taught lighting and design, so I've always been sort of surrounded by the theater. I have 2 siblings, twins, a brother and a sister, who are some of my best friends in the entire world.
Beautiful. Moving right along to my next question. Is it true that you directed your very first feature when you were only 5 years old?
Well, I was in middle school, yes, when I discovered filmmaking for the first time. It was my 8th grade English class, and we were reading Shakespeare's Macbeth. And I convinced the entire class to, instead of writing papers at the end of our term, to make a movie. I remember we had one of the big scenes is the banquet scene, where Macbeth sees the ghost of Banquo for the first time after he kills him. And we were all in this sort of private dining room in a restaurant near campus, and I had a friend of mine, Kyle, pop up from under the table. And I remember as I pan behind the chair and he pops up, and then Macbeth sees bloody Banquo for the first time, I remember thinking to myself, I could do this for the rest of my life.
After finding your love for the cinema and the theater, in 2012, you attended North Carolina School of the Arts. And it is rumored while you were there that you directed over 200,000 short films. Is that correct?
No, I don't even think that's possible to do in that span of... Anyway, I wasn't even in the film department. I was in the acting department. And we studied from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. academics, and then from 10 a.m. till about midnight, we took classes in everything from phonetics to dialect to method acting to Russian clown, jazz dance, combat. It was probably one of the most challenging and enriching experiences of my entire life.
Moving right along. Moving to New York. Boring. Homeless for 3 months. Boring. Fell in love. Oof. Tell us, Mr. Daly, exactly what did you do after you graduated?
Well, yes, like you said, after school I moved to New York City, and I struggled for a time, but in the past few years I've been able to perform in San Diego, LA, DC, Chicago, Miami, North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, all over the nation, really. And in between my time of performing in other states or in New York, I've been able to support myself by running a small business in the East Village. For 2 years, I ran a cocktail lounge. I was completely in charge of all of their media, PR, in charge of the menu, staffing, the budget, their ordering.
So what you're telling me is that you don't actually have any real business experience.
Well, no, I mean, I've never pitched a $10 million feature to a studio, but I mean, in many ways, that's why I'm applying. Is so that I can understand the economics of the entertainment industry, gain those tools, and, really become the best producer that I can be.
Raw potential at its finest. Christian, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This has been another episode of NYU Stern's Expressive Essays.